Hi guys, I've lost so many points on chess.com trying to find an opponent with the white pieces with further Jerome Gambit that I've actually moved over to lead chess here. So they're hitting here. Normally we want to get out. They're playing the Sicilian, which is hard to play the Jerome Gambit against. So we're going to push, see what happens. This is sort of an Alakanzi thing where they go here. And this pawn now needs a defender. Oh no, sorry. This is defended. Do we break in the center of here? We get a very open position. Probably just develop a piece first and then maybe think about this. Okay, let's go for it. We'd love to push forward into the center if they don't take us. They should take towards the center. That's the whole point of the Sicilian. Okay, and they don't. Yeah, the whole point of the Sicilian, guys, is to you take one of your opponent's central pawns out of the game, and that's why it's considered a really strong opening. And now we're just hitting the knight. Just look. First thought was, is there any tactics? Because normally when there's a pawn here preventing the knight retreating, there's check winning the knight, except the knight's defended and the this knight takes. But just try to drill that thought pattern into everyone. So no checks. They're targeting this pawn twice, but we've got it defended twice. So we kick this knight. Where is it actually going to go? It has to go back here, in which case we can damage the structure. And then this Sicilian pawn here would be looking a little bit silly after never having captured towards the center. So if this takes, we get our queen out to a pretty nice square against the king. What do we do? I'd like to target that. If takes, probably just resolves things for them. Actually, if this, now putting pressure on this pawn, but it is defended. So if they take, we take. Let's just get castled. Used a little bit of time talking there. So pressure here. It's defended twice though, so we can. I mean, what if this looks sort of like a cool square for the queen? Prepared to bring a rook, still defending the pawn. Pressure here, maybe, although the pawn always defends, doesn't it? But okay, so that intercepts the queen's vision. There's no check. Go back, holding on to the pawn, and then we'll change a plan. Maybe get a rook behind this pawn in the center. Or even just take. Okay, so they're going for that, but now we want to bring the rook, and we've got a rook against their king. And it's starting to look a little bit dangerous. Oh, so now the queen is defending, yeah. Okay, so now the queen is helping out so they can take the pawn. But if we got this, if takes, we take the queen, but then rook takes. I'm just going to put my rook against their king and see what they want to do about that. Yeah, if this, they take, we take, not working, is it? So check, now seems to be the time to check because they can't interpose because of this extremely strong knight here. Yeah, so now we've ruined their castling rights. I take that as a small win, and we can win this pawn now. And yeah, in doing so, we're just clarifying the position. We're just going to move this bishop maybe here, and then we've got a beautiful rook. We've got a better pawn structure moving into the end game. So what can we do? The target in this. Wait, we've got check. And it opens up the rook, which is lovely. And then we deal with this issue later with this pawn. Alright, we're very happy to trade. And actually, that's not an actual defense, though, because the rook is here. So now we just bring the rook. And then hopefully get this bad boy in at some point. But now that looks like an invitation for us to attack the pinned piece. How do we do that? Like this? If this, not got much time. If this takes, not working. What if this, though? Defending and attacking, putting our rook on its most effective square. And then there's this check. Then maybe we take. So if here. Ooh, can they add pressure to the knight though? What if here we just move? I'm not so sure about this. Let's throw in a check. So if this, does that do anything? I don't know. I'm gonna go for this. And then hit the rook, but then they've got all these back rank issues, haven't they? So let's just defend the knight, and then that's problem solved. And we've just got a few seconds to try not get back ranked, but we are getting back ranked. How do we defend this square? We can't. So yeah, we never solved the back rank issue, we never played a luff move, and it lost us the game. So maybe this. They're going to try and get the king out. So that's putting the rook on a beautiful square. Really good move, actually. So now we're going to go like this and this, because that rook totally cuts off our knight there. I think we've got a slight increment here. So maybe we can do something. Maybe if we either get a fork and win or don't get a fork and lose. So if this here isn't a defense, and what do they do? How do they even stop the pawn here? This doesn't work because of this. This doesn't work because of this. They've completely messed this up. I think they were trying to time me out. Okay, so we get a bad boy queen. And they get nothing. And we're just going to check them until we win the rook here. Check. Check. Come on, go to a light square. Nice. There we go. And then we want to break as such. And then let's come in. Let's try not to stalemate though. That's the only thing. So we just push this pawn, biding us some time. And I meant to promote to a rook, but Lichess doesn't let me. So this here. Bosh. Bosh and bosh. Look at that. Beautiful, guys. So what do we have there? We're trying to play the Jerome Gambit, but we ended up in a bit of a funny looking game. I don't know what you'd even call that. It was just a mess, but it was a good game. I think there's some instructive points there. So if you learned something, if you enjoyed that, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.